to the second channel, man, and the beat from the intro provided by Cal Anthony. There's a link in the description below that's going to take you to downloadpads.com. From there you can find this particular beat tape because I'm live streaming it, and get the contact information via Twitter. And if you holler at me to get some beats, tell them I sent you. But anyway, on to today's reply. And today's reply is to that Ludacris In My Life featuring John Legend. And this song is cool, man. It got a very jazzy, soulful feel to it, you dig? But the main intrigue of it is the lyrics, because he's pretty much talking about what's going on in his life. In the first verse, he's pretty much talking about how he's been targeted by the bloggers like Media Takeout and shit, how they trying to search and find any naked pictures that they can get from him. And you know that's fucked up because they get away with legal stalking pretty much because they got a camera. But we all know by now, man, that definitely comes with the fame. His second verse, he's talking about his fight to continue to get better. And I'm happy he talked about it because I talk about this shit all the time, man. The grind never stops. No matter how big you think you got it, there's a whole nother level for you to reach. There's never gonna be that point where you're like, okay, I made it, I'm done, there's nothing else for me to do. That shit never fucking happens. That's that fantasy land shit. And Ludacris portrayed it the perfect way. Said, yo, I got money that I can just sit up on my ass and do nothing. But then I went to Quincy Jones' house and then I realized I ain't got shit at all. And especially when it comes to music, he's one of those artists that has continually gotten better over the years, you dig? He went from comical animated rapper to serious rapper, continued to improve his skills, got better projects. And his last verse is talking about how he feels underrated. And you know what? He got a point there, because honestly, a lot of people will see him as a top 3 that ever came out of Atlanta, with Outkast, and I would put T.I. in there as well. But when you look at the grand scheme of things of all of rap, many people wouldn't put him in the top 10, and you know, that's kind of fucked up, seeing that his body of work has been pretty fucking awesome. But I definitely recommend you guys to go ahead on and peek that one on out. It is fucking solid. But anyway, on to Ask, Download, Pass. And True asks if his friend made a mistake by turning down paying $25 to be on Nipsey Hussle's DJ's mixtape, saying that it was pretty much a slap in the face that he had to pay for that promotion and such. And you know what, folks? It wasn't a mistake, you dig? Because you know how you gotta break down what you put your money to is the true potential of how many people is gonna point you out and say, I wanna be a fan of you, and how much money it costs. See, $25 is not a lot of money, but still, consider that with how many fans you actually gonna get from this project. I don't know how many people actually listen to these types of mixtapes and be like, you know what, I fuck with that guy that I never heard of. That hardly ever happens, so being charged $25 is a bit steep there. But now his thought process, that is the mistake. Because you're going to have to pay for promotion eventually, man. I mean, you want to focus on your hard work, you want to definitely build yourself up the best way that you possibly can. But eventually, you're going to have to break bread. And he's kind of coming off as one of those dudes that really don't want to break bread at all, like he expects to be put somewhere because he's good or something. Doesn't happen that way. And a whole bunch of people been coming out disagreeing with me about the Cassidy Disaster battle. And for those of you who don't know, I went with Disaster over Cassidy. A lot of people felt otherwise. And here's just the raw truth of the situation, man. It all breaks down to this. The only way you can say Cassidy wins this battle is if you feel as though his impersonation of Disaster was enough to take the first round. Me, I didn't believe it was good enough because Disaster came out and spit some fucking bars. But I can't be mad at you if you feel another way about it, man, because quite honestly, freestyle battling is an open-ended discussion, you dig? There's no right or wrong answer here. Like when you play Madden, you know if you won or if you lost. When you do a freestyle battle, it's really open to the interpretation of the people who's watching. But one thing I will say, a lot of people just didn't give Disaster a chance to fucking begin with, to the point that you really didn't pay attention to anything he was saying type shit. A lot of dudes really like Cassidy so damn much that you ignored that this battle was actually close. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpads.com, that's down there, to read today's article.